A zik for finally checking my inheritance trust fund and discovering my parents' 10-year Lee. I, 26F, just discovered my entire family has been lying to me about my inheritance for a decade, and they're now calling me unforgiving for cutting them off. When I was 16, my grandparents died in a car accident, leaving trusts for all their grandchildren. My parents became trustees of my fund and constantly reminded me how small my portion was compared to my older sisters, 28F, 30F, because I was the afterthought grandchild for years. They told me my trust held around $5,000, barely enough for a semester of community college. Meanwhile, my sisters received enough to graduate debt-free from private universities and travel abroad because they had stronger relationships with grandparents. My parents constantly used my sisters as examples of what good daughters look like. Both went to prestigious colleges, studied abroad multiple times, and traveled extensively after graduation, minus all funded by their much larger inheritance. When I turned 18, my parents convinced me to sign paperwork allowing them to manage my small trust until I turned 25, since it was hardly worth accessing yet. Every time I struggled financially during college, they'd say, "We wish your grandparents had left you more, but we can't change that." I worked 30+ hours weekly throughout college while maintaining a 3.8 template on my partial scholarship. After graduation, I used my $4,300 savings to start a small landscaping business. 4 years later, I employ 6 people and we're turning a solid profit. Last month, I turned 26 and decided it was finally time to access my trust. I hired a lawyer to help me navigate the process. Yesterday, he called with shocking news. My trust's current balance is $3,456.13, minus even less than the $5,000 my parents claimed. But here's the bombshell. Bank records show the original amount was $175,000. San as my sisters, my parents had withdrawn nearly the entire amount over the past decade using my social security number and forged signatures. The withdrawals coincided perfectly with my sisters' college tuition payments, study abroad programs, and post-graduation finding themselves trips through Europe and Asia. When confronted, my mom broke down crying, saying they needed to equalize opportunities since my sisters were academically gifted while I was always more suited for practical work. My father said I should be grateful they managed the funds in the family's best interest. I blocked their numbers and am pursuing legal action, but extended family is flooding my inbox saying I am being cruel to my well-meaning parents, who just wanted the best for all their children, collectively IDAR for refusing to forgive what they're calling financial reshuffling within the family. EDIT. Yes, I've confirmed with the lawyer that what they did was absolutely illegal. And yes, I've already filed police reports. The money is gone, but at least I built my business without their help.